the core things that are important to me are still the same things, which is creativity, having some kind of balance in your life, family and loyalty. Those sorts of things are still the things that I value the most. So.
Talking about Memories and Dust, and you're celebrating the anniversary of that album. A lot of people, I think, really connected to you through that album in a big way. What do you think it is about that record that resonated with so many people?
That time in my life was pretty fraught. I was trying to figure out what I was, if I was going to be able to do this for a living. I was also, starting to see my partner, my wife, the woman that became my wife, and there's all those emotions thrown in there. So it's about fear of the future and love and fear of rejection and fear of things lasting, and so there's also a lot of nostalgia and reflecting on childhood stuff and how that manifests itself in you as an adult. And I think those are themes that everybody can kind of relate to, particularly at that point in people's lives. So whether or not you're 16 and you're in high school, you're trying to figure out what you want to do, or you're in your early 20s like I was, and you're kind of setting on a path. I think it's just it was just a time and a place kind of thing where everybody was at a similar point.
What is it like seeing those songs with those sort of like lyrical themes that were, this personal snapshot of your life then, and seeing them now when your life has sort of changed?
It makes me appreciate what I've got and what I've built, and it also makes me realise that I haven't actually changed that much as a person. Like my ambitions and my sort of the core things that are important to me are still the same things, which is creativity, having some kind of balance in your life, family and loyalty. Those sorts of things are still the things that I value the most. So it's good. And it reminds me of all the amazing times that I had, writing that album and then mixing it over in New York and touring the world for that particular album. It was an intense period of time. It was pretty amazing.
Do you think that album was a moment for you where who you are as a songwriter and how you approach writing songs really came into focus?
I did a couple of EPs before that, and I feel like that was still, finding my feet as a songwriter. And then when I did Feeding the Wolves, I really felt like I'd sort of discovered my style, I guess. And Memories and Dust was more like a solidification of that, that process. So, yeah, but then again, I feel like every time you do a record as an artist, you kind of develop a new style and a new benchmark for your creative output.
It's a piece of pepperoni pizza.
All right, I'm going to as well, but
yeah,
it's probably not going to be a pretty sight.
Well, that's all right. It'll be rough for both.
You go the roll.
See, I'm gonna give the roll a tactical
Look
crack.
at that.
Yeah, that's a good. Why did you decide at this point in your career that it's the right time to have a hiatus or a bit of a break?
Well, it's just a break from touring, because touring is, addictive and amazing, and I love it, and it's incredibly gratifying. I was talking to somebody about it this morning, and it's like, it's one of the few things in your life, in my life anyway, where you're completely in the moment. You're not thinking about what you need to do tomorrow, you're not thinking about what you've done today, you're just like in the moment.
Yeah.
At its best, you're in the moment and you're thinking about what you're doing, you're engaging with the audience, you're vibing off the audience and your bandmates, and it's instant gratification. You play, you get the job done, you do a good job, you get rewarded with applause. You go home and you feel like, and it's quite physical as well. So it's kind of like there's a lot of great things about it, but it's also extremely time consuming and takes me away from home a lot. Which is great. I've seen so much of Australia and the rest of the world through playing music, which is a beautiful way to see places. But there are other creative projects that I want to do.
And how's it been seeing the shows you're doing at the moment, playing Memories from start to finish? In 10 years since it's been released, that album has become sort of like the fabric of so many people's lives in a way. How has it been seeing the response when you play that?
It's it's amazing. It's really humbling and it's beautiful. There were people at the show last night talking about how songs from the record had been played at their weddings, and a girl had a big tattoo on her side, and somebody told me that his sister had given birth to one of my songs.
Really?
So, those sorts of things I don't take for granted, and they're huge. I don't know, they're huge. It's not an achievement on my part, it's just a huge testament to, I don't know, the songs and how they've travelled and how they've become part of people's lives, and, you know, I know how important music is to me, and how much of a part of my life music plays in terms of my memories and experiences. So to have done something that has, you know, people have had that relationship with is, yeah, amazing.
Well, yeah, Josh Pyke, thanks for having us, Slice.
Thanks, man.
Cheers.
Have another bite.
Yeah, to you, man.
Cheers.
Pizza cheers, the best type of cheers.